Alright. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Now, I'm going to go over the Prepare for Ramadan 2025 for a Westerner. When I say Westerner, I either mean, sorry, I'm a little sick. Someone in the West, of course, in America, or in the UK. I think the UK is a lot easier, but either way. Uh, so, what does this mean? Whether you're a revert, uh, becoming a Muslim, you are a Muslim, but you just need help, like becoming better because you were never raised to become a good Muslim, or you just need some motivation, right? I got you. Since Ramadan is like what right now, 28 days away. Let's actually talk about it, right? So how can you prepare? Well, before that, like for me, like I was never excited for Ramadan until like these past couple of years because as a kid, like I hated it, right? Like, oh, I can't eat. Oh no, right? Man, I gotta pray these long prayers, right? It to me, it felt like I just want to go and like as a kid, you weren't like praying like that either. You were just playing video games and your parents or your grandparents were like, "Why aren't you praying? You know, this is how you shouldn't be." Like, you just don't want to hear all the nagging, right? But now, as an adult, you really want to be involved and do a lot more things because you understand your iman, you have proper tawheed, you have all this stuff, you understand it fully. So, what is this? Okay, preparation. So we have 28 days, right? How can you prepare? And this also can happen after uh, Ramadan as well. So these are fast Mondays and Thursdays. This is the Sunnah of what the Prophet has fasted. Um, so please fast. Try to fast these days. If you can't, it's never mind. You could just full on go cold turkey with Ramadan. Everyone does it, but I like doing Mondays and Thursdays and the 3 white days of the lunar calendar. You could download the lunar calendar on your Google Calendar, and it'll show up like, hey, what days are like the moon instead of like you go into an app or whatever like other extended apps. You can just add the calendar to your Google Calendar, and you can see the three white days are the 13th, 14th, and 15th of every month, and you should fast those days as well. It's proper. And then if you want to do what Prophet Dawood did, where he fasts every other day, you can do that too. But I only recommend that. Well, I not that I recommend, but like a lot of sheikhs told me that, and I recommend that to people, which is whenever you have a high libido and you can't, you want to stop certain sins, you do that, right? Because the Prophet said to fast. But um, try to be disciplined in sleep, and what that means, like sleep. Understand that you're gonna have less sleep during Ramadan, and try to either build up to that. Like, oh, you're gonna be probably sleeping like 6 hours instead of 10 hours, right? I'm not saying hey don't get 8 hours sleep. I'm just saying like try to go to bed early as you can. Don't try to go on TikTok or YouTube or Snapchat until like 3 a.m. in the morning. It's not healthy. It's not doing anything. Just turn it off, right? Try to build up like good sleep hygiene where you do your night routine. You put your phone away in the charge, and then you set your alarm. You wake up for Fajr, right? Or and then you pray to Hajj before that if you can. So some daily life stuff that's are some preparation and some recommendation now. Now we're in Ramadan, right? Right, it's the first day or whatever. Fitness stuff, right? Um, Eat a high protein and carb diet for your suhoor, right, in the morning. I recommend like making your own oatmeal cookies or whatever, right? Try not to eat too oily of. I don't. I try not to eat oily of food. As a kid, I did. I just ate biryani. I'm Bengali, right? So I ate like Bengali food when I grew up. But now, like, I'm like, okay, I don't. I feel like crap throughout the day when I eat that because you're eating that for breakfast. You know what I mean? It's not really. Sometimes you feel good, but sometimes you're like, eh. Like you want to eat that stuff, but it's all right. I recommend eating night oats with a lot of fruits, a lot of stuff. Oatmeal. I try to make oatmeal cookies with a lot of protein in it. A lot of protein, right? Protein powder. It's good for you. Um, and drink coconut water, right? I like this one, or I like the one with like the actual skin in it. But that's like 110 calories. This is 60, so it still tastes good. Um, use this time. Well, we're still in the fitness category. Use this time to actually cut weight. Don't try to be, hey, I'm going to go on a bulk, right? Or I'm going to try to maintain. You can try to maintain, but don't try to go on a lean bulk or nothing like that, because you're not gonna be eating, and you're gonna be engulfing. I trust me, I did this before. You're gonna be engulfing a lot of calories at the end. You could try and supplement that by blending your food with olive oil, but like, it's still not worth it. Just try to cut weight during these 30 days. Try to do a mini cut. If you're not planning on doing a cut, just try to do at least a mini cut. You'll be sleep deprived, so be prepared for that. Take a lot of naps if you can. Try to take a nap the Sunnah way of taking a nap after Dhuhr, right? In the afternoon for like 25 to 45 minutes. Try, right? Aim for that. Instead of hopping on your phone to call somebody, just take a 25-minute nap. It helps a lot. Sorry, I'm so sick. Um, Put it through your head that you're not going to be gaining a lot of muscle during this time either. So the first week, what I like to do is I like to set that first week as my deload week. Um, so I like train real hard before Ramadan, and that first week of Ramadan take a deload week. But like, you're hitting the gym lightly. You're getting adapted to the new stuff that's happening. But take that first week as a deload week, and you'll be good, right? Again, put it through your head that you're not going to be gaining any muscle during this time. You're going to be gaining your deen, right? You're going to be gaining taqwa. And try to aim for a minimum amount of time at the gym. And what does that mean is, instead of hitting 20 sets per muscle group for each of your muscles during the time of you being in the gym, whether you're doing push-pull legs or you're doing upper lower push-pull legs, whatever, right? For me, I usually spend 2 hours at the gym. But when Ramadan hits, I usually spend like probably 30 to 45 minutes. I'm hitting minimum of 9 to 12 sets per muscle group, and then I just dip, right? 30 to 45 minutes per, and I hit like three, instead of hitting 5 to 6 times a week, now I'm hitting 3 times a week, right? And you're like, a lot of gym goers like, oh my God, I can't do that. I can't. Just learn to sacrifice, okay? Now I'm hitting 3 times a week, like Mondays, Thursdays. No, sorry, I'll hit Saturday, Tuesday, and then Thursday, right? And then after, let's now move on to the food, right? The food section of this in your daily life. Stop eating a lot of too oily foods, especially in the morning. Stop doing that, and stop doing it at the end. Like, you just got off of a good, like, keep this habit, right? I'm not saying don't eat, like, what I'm saying is don't eat junk food, okay? Try not to eat junk food. Try to eat healthy foods. Cook your own food. Help your parents cook. Help whoever you need to cook with. Help your wife cook, or learn how to cook. Prioritize eating less. I hate that a lot of families, and I learned from my family, right? That we just feast at the end. Don't feast at the end. Take a little bites, right? Eat a little. Go pay Maghrib. I try to do a lot. Like last year, I did all my any of my fast at the mosque, all, and if I felt awesome, because you're eating with not just your bigger family, your Muslim brothers and sisters. It's awesome. And this comes in play with, don't feast, right? Don't engulf like until your belly pops, right? Eat like how the Prophet ate. He had one knee up, and when he got full is whenever his stomach would hit his knees. Like, okay, I need to stop eating, right? So that means don't put too much stuff on your plate. And if you're still a little hungry, yeah, take a little, you know what I mean? But don't feast. Stop feasting. Because we have taste buds where we can eat any flavor. During this time, like, give away food too. I know, like, we had to-go plates. I would just give that away to, like, random homeless people. Like, hey, someone like, well, not someone like, hey, I'm Muslim. I'm Muslim. Take this. And they're appreciating it. And sometimes they question, like, oh, what is that? I heard of it. Or, like, they don't say, don't tell me more about it, but, like, I insist, like, hey, yeah, we believe in this, we believe that. Like, oh, yeah, that's awesome, you know? And if they're interested, you just let them know. Uh, Again, you try to eat with your family. Try to bring your family to the mosque too. I like to eat with everybody. It's just awesome. You get to spend time with everybody. Try to cook for the mosque too, so that everyone can eat. Don't be that type that's like. It could be like small things like, oh, you made spaghetti or you made biryani. You made something, right. You brought dessert. You brought tea. Something, you know. Uh, and like if you're the one that's running the mosque, right, and you want to help mosque, manage it out. Like, hey, this family is bringing this food on this day. We're gonna call them just to make sure that they're coming. Just if they don't, will be a backup is to bring pizza or whatever, right? Have backup at the backup. You don't. I've been there where like we were all waiting, the people didn't show up, and I was like, dang, if I would have managed it, we all broke our dates with dates. We broke our fast with dates, but alhamdulillah, you know, I mean, we were all like, oh, okay, that was one of the best days of Ramadan too. So it's like, we understand that, you know, you're not gonna always find like the best foods to eat at the end of the day, right? So just eat your dates and go pray. And yeah, break your fast with 3 dates. Uh, the proper way is to have 7 a day, but uh, every day's like what, 70 calories per each. So do your math, right? Work. Tell your job that you're gonna be fasting. A lot of you guys have this like high role in your job position, and then you don't understand why you're lacking. It's because you're fasting, man. You're dehydrated. You're all this stuff. Tell your boss, tell your manager that, hey, I'm gonna be fasting. I'm gonna be dehydrated. Just look out for me if you want. Like, but just know that if my work quality goes a little low, it's because I am fasting and I am prioritizing my prayer too, a lot more. And if you don't already pray or you're at work and you, shame on you, but like, go pray, right? Aim to pray all 5 of your prayers already, but also aim to pray at the mosque. If there's a mosque at least 20 minutes away, go pray there. Tell your boss, like, hey, like, I want to pray at the mosque during this time. You get so much rewards during Ramadan. It's unbelievable. Um, Next section is family. Spend time with family. Don't be rude. Don't try to be grumpy. You guys are all fasting, low energy already, so I don't think there's gonna be a lot of arguments. A lot of time people get closer during this time, so I love that. Uh, do more halakas, bring more people to the mosque, read more Quran, right? Oh, it's great. Now, the Islamic part of this, right? And we're done with the daily activity part. Uh, Islam. Uh, Actually, let me go back. Actually, no, yeah, I will go back. Habits. If you have bad friends, get rid of bad friends. If you're not lowering your gaze already, lower your gaze. If you're not already, you know, you're not. You should not hang out with the wrong crowd. Like, tell them, hey, I'll be busy, right? Slowly get rid of them. Again, don't talk to any women if you're a male. If you're a female, try not to talk to any men unless it's like work purposes, right? There's really no need, right? You're doing all this. Don't try to do haram because it's multiplied as well during the time of Ramadan. Okay, this is the time that you should let go of your sins. If you're talking to a certain person during this time and you know it's not halal, bro, just get rid of it. Okay, it's not worth it. All right, choose Allah over everything else. So okay, now we're going to the Islamic part, and this actually doesn't. This does include like some habits as well. It's read more Quran. I kid you not. Ever since I changed my life, where I'm reading like at least 5 pages per per day, I'm falling more in love with the Quran. Don't listen to music as well, because your heart cannot contain music and music and the Quran at the same time. Let go of music. That means when you hit the gym, don't listen to music, right? I know a lot of you guys are like, well, what about nasheeds? Dude, nasheeds are basically music. Don't you listen to them at all. Always listen to the Quran. Understand the Quran, right? Understand what Allah is trying to teach you. Read some tafsir as well. So, my recommendation is, of course, you're going to be reading Quran for tahajjud. Not tahajjud. You're going to be reading Quran for Taraweeh prayer. But also, read Quran for yourself as well. Try to finish the Quran in 15 days. Try to finish the Quran twice per month, right? Of course, what I aim for is reading at least 5 to 10 pages per prayer, right? If I pray Fajr, I try to read all five pages. Like, for example, I have like the Tartil app, right? So I'll just be reading Warasulan A'udhu billahi minash shaitani Warasulan ila bani Israel, right? And then it just comes. And then you'll get better. I love reading the Quran because I do like software engineering stuff, and I'm like, dude, I love the Quran because like it's just patterns, and I love patterns. I love puzzles. So while you're reading it, you're like, wait a minute, this is Beni Israel. Oh my God, why am I saying Wa Rasulan Ilaya Ben Israel, right? Like, just say Beni Israel. You're like, oh, it's right there. Cool. You solve it as you go, and you get to read the translation of it, right? And then you read the and if you don't know how to read the Quran, take this time to read the Quran. If you just look up how to read the Quran online on YouTube, there's literally some YouTube channel that I know. I can't think of their name, but like they literally break it down. They make playlists already. Just look at them. If you don't understand it, there's probably another video that explains it better, right? And if you still have troubles over it, just contact me and I'll try to help you out. There's always a way. Use ChatGPT. Just get more involved, right? Like, learn more, watch more YouTube videos of your deen during this time. You already are praying. You're praying the Sunnah prayers. You're praying Taraweeh. Like, go to Taraweeh, right? Aim to go to all the Taraweeh prayers. Try to sleep the last 10 nights at the mosque. Do all this stuff, right? If you want to take leave days during these times, right? Like, hey, sir, hey, boss, can I take leave for these days? And your boss is like, wow, he's really taking leave for his religion. Wow. This man is something else. Right? Someone that sacrifices everything for their religion is a different type of breed of man. I'm telling you that. If you choose Allah over everything else, alhamdulillah. Again, habits. Pray more, fast. Get rid of all your bad habits. Dua. Make dua. Okay? Make dua in sujood. Make dua while you're just sitting there. Make dua. Talk to Allah. Spend 20 minutes every night talking to Allah. I kid you not, that would help your life out so much. And cry more. Every drop of tears that fall, right? You, like, as a man, you shouldn't cry in front of people. Well, there's a reason, right? If you're at a funeral, sure, you're going to cry in front of them. But if you're a man, and I only cry in front of Allah, right? I don't need my family, like the women of my family, to watch me. Like, they cry on my shoulder, but I cry towards Allah, right? I cry over the fact that our Prophet ﷺ went through all this struggle, that even Prophet Ibrahim was thrown into a fire, even Prophet Musa ﷺ, he was kicked out of his community, Prophet Yusuf, Prophet Yasin, Prophet Isa, like all these people, all these prophets. I'm like, dang. But the most I feel close to is Prophet Muhammad ﷺ. He is the best of the best. And like, to see what he's been through, to see the sacrifice he's done, to see that even his own bed was, like, it gives you tears, right? Like, his kids dying, everything, right? It's like, he did this all for mankind, and at the end of during the day of judgment, he will intercede for us. That gets you crying, right? So, and the love that Allah has for me, right? For you, for everybody. And then he is waiting for you. He will run towards you. Even if you just give him a glance, he will run towards you. And you give him an inch, he'll give you a mile. That is how much Allah loves you. And you might not see it now, but Allah will literally replay you what He's given you and what He will give you on the day of judgment, on Yawm Akhirah, right? I want to go to Jannah Firdaus, and I please make dua for that. That's all I want, right? I've been through struggles already on this earth. I'm not in love with this dunya. Let it go. Read more Quran. And if you didn't take anything from this video, just do this, right? For Ramadan. Fast and pray towards Allah. Have proper tawheed. Just go to Allah. Run to the mosque. Pray. Fast, pray. Fast, pray during this month. That's if you could take anything out of this video, just do that, right? The purpose of Ramadan is to have tawheed. That's it. Be oneness with, understand the oneness of Allah. Understand that you have love for Allah. That's the only thing that you should be doing during this time of in the next 30 days. None of this fitness stuff, none of this work stuff, none of all that health stuff, whatever. Go run towards Allah. Run. Okay? So, I'll see you guys later. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. La hawla wa la quwwata illa billah.